So I hear you're a golfer.
Yes, I am.
You probably trash.
Whatever.
All right, so how did you start playing golf?
I don't know. Let's find out.
All right. Oh! Show it. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Corey, and you are
Camden.
and we are the Authentic Swing Podcast, where it's your swing, your story. And so today, we want to talk about you.
Yes.
Now, the first episode, we kind of gave them a rundown of like what we're going to be doing, why we called it Authentic Swing, and we gave a little basic bio about you. But now let's dive a little deeper into your story. And so you are an accomplished golfer, right? But how did you get into golf is the question. And I know you try to give your response to this, and we're going to see if you can answer that question. Oh, look, before we go there, let's talk about our clothes first. Can you tell people why we have the same clothes on?
We recorded in the same day. First episode was really fun to record, so we were like, we might as well.
All right.
continue.
So we are not wearing the same clothes on a different day.
Right.
We are amateurs to this. Please give us some grace, just a little grace, because we needed to record this second episode, and we were excited, and we said, let's just do it. I was like, you want to record another one? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And so, you tired?
No, I'm
You
good.
falling asleep on me, man. Hey, hold on. I know why you're tired. Why you tired? Why you think you tired? What did you do today?
I went to the golf course today.
And you walked
I walked 9.
in the rain, right? Somewhat rain.
Somewhat rain, yeah.
Yeah.
But I had a longer day yesterday also, so.
Yeah, you played golf yesterday too, right? And so you probably. And how many holes did you walk yesterday?
I walked 18 yesterday.
Yeah, and so you putting in the work, right? All right
Trying.
now. And listen, I'm not out there, and so I don't want people to think that I'm dad that's forcing you to go to the golf course. Did I make you go to the golf course?
No.
Matter of fact, you get on my nerves because you wake me up early in the morning talking about taking you and dropping you off at the golf course. You're getting on my nerves with that. But anyway, let's get back to you. So let's talk about your golf journey. And so you started in 2018
18. Yes.
at the age of 5. That's when you got your real clubs. But before that, let me just make sure I tell them how you got to that point. So I bought plastic clubs because your birthday was during the week, and you had a birthday party on that weekend, right? And so I needed something for you to give you, and that's when we bought that Razor scooter. I don't know if you remember that. And I was walking through Walmart after work one day. I got the Razor scooter, and I saw those plastic golf clubs. And at that time, what sport were you playing? Do you remember that?
I was playing baseball.
Yeah, and Camden was a really good baseball player. I thought Camden was going to be a baseball player. Now, what people don't know is I played golf and in high school. Now, I wasn't nearly as good. I was a normal high school kid golfer that shot low 40s, maybe dropping the 30s a couple of times, but I wasn't good. And that was because high schoolers play 9 in the state of Georgia. But I wasn't really great, but I did understand golf. And so I picked up those clubs because I'm like, ooh, I'm going to get these. And I didn't think you would play golf. And you're not going to remember this, but I've told you this story enough, where you didn't touch those clubs for a long time. I think it was September when you got the clubs, the little plastic clubs. It wasn't until like June or July. And I have an actual video. You know, I got a video of that. You've seen the video, right? And it's on your Instagram.
It's on Instagram, yes.
And matter of fact, let's play that video for them so they'll know.
All right.
Good hit, man. All right, so that's the first time you ever swung a golf club. And if you notice in that video, I think I put the sound with it, that I was shocked with the way you swung that. Now, I do believe that your baseball swing had a lot to do with it.
that,
but I'm
yes.
like, man, you have good hand-eye coordination. And for whatever reason, you kept playing, like swinging at the golf ball, swinging. And then, do you remember what happened as it got closer to September? What did you do? How did you end up with the clubs you got for your birthday?
I asked for real clubs on my 5th birthday.
Absolutely. He wanted real clubs for his 5th birthday. And I don't know if y'all know, but it made me excited because now my son is interested in the sport that I actually love. And it was golf. And so we bought you some clubs. Do you remember those clubs?
I do. They were long.
Man, and so even though I played golf, I never raised a junior golfer. So I bought a box set, and it's a set that says like this fits junior golfers from the height to this height. So I just bought them. And but you know what? You got your first set of clubs, and I have the video of your birthday, the day of your birthday, you in your pajamas swinging at your first golf ball ever. And I got it on camera also. I don't know why I was recording you back then. And so if people think I'm just recording Camden for Instagram, I've been recording Camden since he first started swinging a golf club.
First swing ever.
And there was no Instagram or any of that. I was just recording. And so and then so hold on, let's show that video. I think it's important to show that video. So let's show your first time ever swinging a real golf club. Go. Good job. Man, you hit it into the tree. All right. So after you started swinging your golf club, you continued to play golf, practice golf.
Yes.
And then you played. Do you remember? And I know you don't remember, but through stories you do remember probably. When did you play your first? So September was your birthday. You got your clubs. When did you play your first tournament?
In February.
So 6 months.
February of the next year.
What, 2019? So yes. 2018. September 2018. You got your clubs. February 2019. You played in your first tournament. Do you remember what you shot your first tournament?
59?
For 9 holes.
I think so, yes.
Oh, yeah, man, you was out there. To me, you know what, though? Let me tell you what's interesting about that 59. I thought that was the best round of golf ever. Because you were new to it, I was happy you was out there. And so I thought, hey, that was the best 50, even though it was trash in the sense of now.
Right.
You know, it was that was like you shooting 6 under
I
that
think
day.
We still have video.
I have video. You know what? I have video of your
on the
first
driving
swing.
range.
And was that tournament?
Mm-hmm. It was on the driving range.
Tournament?
Yep.
Wow. So I do. I have video of the driving range. I have video of you chipping on the green.
You have
I have the first hole. So you know what? I got the first hole because your mom was talking about me on that hole.
Yep.
Because she was like, he's super excited. And so, matter of fact, let's show it.
He's so amped up. He's running on adrenaline right now. He's more excited than Camden is. Nice job, Camden.
All right. So now let's we're gonna speed it up a little bit now because that's how you kind of got into tournament golf. And so after that, do you know how long it took you to break 40? Do you know?
I think it was it July or June?
So no. Practice wise, how long did it take you? Do you know in practice at our home course? And I'm guessing too. I know we have the card in your room. I just didn't look at it before this. See, that's why we don't really plan. We just go off the top. But I think it was May. You broke 40 for the first time.
Really?
So from September to May, you have broken 40 in practice, not in tournament play. But do you know when you first broke 40 in a tournament? Do you know? I do know this one.
I don't.
The first time you ever broke 40 in a tournament was at the World Championships in August.
That's what I was thinking too. I was gonna say Worlds, but I didn't know if that was right.
Yeah, that was the first time you ever broke 40. You shot 39 on your final round of the World Championships that year. And then that following spring, I know you're not gonna know where I'm going with this. Do you know what happened that following spring? You're not gonna know this. I know you're not. No, that's when COVID happened. And that's whenever I was
Everybody
home.
started
You were
picking
home.
it up.
And then that's when we started going to the golf course a lot more. I mean, we were out there all the time. Because that's the only thing you could do.
And this is when a lot of people
kind of started coming into golf.
Well, kids.
Yeah. A lot of, not just kids, it was people, man. The golf course just got so crowded during that time. But you put in a lot of work during that time. And that's when your scores really, really, really started dropping. And you started shooting consistent 30s. And so from there, you just played. Let's kind of expand through there. So from there up until now, you just consistently been playing golf, right? So let's talk a little bit deeper into your golf journey. So what would you say was your favorite? Well, first of all, let's do it this way. What's the lowest score you shot in a 9-hole tournament?
A tournament is 30. It's either 31 or 32. I think it was 31.
Yeah. And who was on the bag whenever you shot 31?
My coach.
Yeah. Coach Lacey was on the bag when you shot the 31 in a tournament. What is your lowest 18 in a tournament?
68? 69.
Not in a tournament.
70.
Something, I think it's 70 in a tournament. What's your lowest in any type of round that you played, whether it's a practice round, whether it was you at the home course or you at another course? What's the lowest round you've ever shot? 18.
68.
Yep, you shot 68. And so let's see, what else I want to ask you. What's your favorite tournament you've played in?
I think the MAC Champ is probably my favorite tournament I've played in. It's really fun. I mean, I'm playing on a course that pros play on.
That pros play on?
Yes.
Matter of fact, what course do they play on? The pros play on that you played at MAC Champ?
It's called Memorial Park.
Yeah, that's in Houston, Texas.
Yes.
And who's playing right now in Houston, Texas at Memorial Park?
The pros.
Yeah, so that's going on right now while we're recording this video. Okay, so what's the best finish you've had at a tournament, and like that your favorite finish in a tournament? Like, what place did you get and what tournament was it?
I think 10th at Worlds. I think that really kind of showed me what I was capable of.
So that was your second time going to Worlds.
Yes.
So the first year you didn't do it. You finished, I remember this, 34th, I think, at the first time you went to U.S. Kids World as a 5-year-old. And then you went back as a 6-year-old and finished what?
10th.
Yep.
And then I think I finished 10th
the next year.
And then
I forgot
the
what you
next
finished
year after that.
So then you've also played in Under Armour and finished. You remember your finishes at Under Armour World?
I finished 8th at Under Armour Worlds.
So you became a world champion. I mean, not
All
world champion,
All-American,
All-American.
I think it was.
The first year, that was Under Armour Nationals, and then you went to Under Armour Worlds the following year and finished, you know what place?
Oh, what?
Nope. That's the second time. Nope. Nope. You finished 8th again. That's when you became all world.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And so you had some pretty good finishes at some big tournaments. And so let's learn some other things about you. So what's your favorite club in the bag?
I think it's my putter. I think.
Why do you like your putter so much?
That's what makes the birdies. Well, not all the time, but that's really what, drops the putts.
Okay. Let's see. Who is your favorite golfer?
I would say Conor Morikawa, my favorite golfer.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So, and I don't ask you that question though. Okay. So, what's your favorite course you've ever played?
I think East Lake. East Lake was a really cool course. Played a little long, but it's still a really good course.
Yeah, but you were like 8 or 9 years
I think
old.
I was 9.
Nine playing East Lake, and you played from at that point the red tees,
I
right?
played from Fools.
Yeah, you played 4 tees at that point, and so yeah, it was a little long.
It was a
And
little long.
interestingly, I didn't get to go and watch him play there because East Lake is a very exclusive
yes.
and private course, and so I had to let you go out there with those individuals who you went with. And we don't, and I didn't tell you this before we started, we don't say names because people didn't give us permission to use their names.
Right.
And so we won't say people, but he was blessed to go out and play East Lake. And so have you ever been to Augusta National?
I have. I've been there three times.
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. I'm going to take it a little further. Have you ever been on the greens and are inside the ropes at Augusta National?
Yes.
Did you get, now you can say this person's name because it's documented. So who did you go inside the ropes with?
Cameron Champ. And y'all probably seen it on my Instagram.
Yeah, he's a pro golfer, right?
Yes, I've got to walk
he
inside
invited
the ropes.
you. That was a really cool experience. Matter of fact, let me play just a little snippet of that. Now, you know what? No, we're not going to play a snippet of it. You know why we're not? Because we're going to actually talk about that experience one day, and then we'll play a snippet then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Also, any hole-in-ones?
Yes, we have one.
All right.
One in the bag, and it is pinned.
And we're going to definitely show that we're going to do an episode talking about your hole-in-one, because there's a whole story behind the hole-in-one. I need y'all to understand that.
Yes.
And so yeah, we're going to talk about that. And let's see, what else can we talk about? I don't know. Anything you want to share with people? So I do have another question. So why do you enjoy playing golf?
I think, I think the better I get, the more I want to go out there. Not saying that the worse I play, the less I want to go. But I think the better I get, the more it drives me to, go play more, go practice more, and get better.
Okay, but what if you practice so hard, and then you go out and play like trash. Do you not want to go back out there?
I do. I want to see what else I can do, and I know that was. I mean, I know if I put in the work for it, then if I play bad, I shouldn't really have to overreact because I know I've been putting in work. So I won't get too mad, but I would just go out and try again.
So how often we'll have an episode on your training, but for the today, people getting to know you. How often are you at the golf course now?
My schedule is set to Thursday or Tuesday and Thursday, and then mainly the weekend.
No, forget that. How often are you at the golf course? Let's go beyond your schedule. How often now are you at the golf course?
I'm there every day.
Almost every day,
Every
right?
day.
Now, hold up. Here's the $1,000,000 question because people always say, "Oh, your dad, he's pushing you. He wants you to go to the PGA Tour." All these things. How many days a week do I make you go to the golf course?
I don't think you really. Not now. You don't really ever make me go to the course. It's just mainly me.
Absolutely. Now, because I know you had a little hesitation there. There was one point where I made you go to the golf course,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But how many days during that time did I make you go? And why did I make you go? Because y'all, I don't even know what he's about to say, so just fingers crossed. But no, and I'll understand. Why did I make you go to the golf course during those times?
I think it was because I wasn't playing my best, and I wasn't really not into it as much as I should have been, but I wasn't feeling it.
So
much at all.
let's I want to, and we'll have an episode about that, right? So let me clean some things up for you. No, you were still shooting scores and you were still winning tournaments. It had absolutely nothing to do with how you were playing golf. It was that you wanted to go play tournaments. You always wanted to go play tournaments, but you wanted to stay home and not practice golf. And I'm like, yo, if you're gonna play tournaments, because I always say to you, what I always say to you, hey, if you let me know, right? If what?
I don't want to play anymore, or want to play for fun.
Yeah, let me know so then that we can alter the schedule, right? But you wanted to travel for those tournaments and do all of that part of things, but you didn't want to go to the course. And so was I during those times where was I trying to make you go 5 days a week?
No.
How many days a week were I asking you to go to the golf course?
At most 3.
At most, right? I wasn't pushing you that bad, but I'm like, yo, if you want to go play tournaments, you got to put in the work. But I don't know what clicked in you. We'll talk about this in another episode because I think this will help some parents along the way. But you got to a point where you wanted to go on your own, right? And now I can't even keep you off the golf course. Sometimes I get frustrated with how much you actually go to the golf course. I'm excited. Don't get it wrong. I'm happy because he has the practice bug in him. But at the same time, man, he's always asking me to go to the golf course.
Yeah, it's mornings too. And I'm on spring break now. So I think I have a little bit more free time than usual. But yeah, I think it can get pretty bad.
Yeah, it does. Like, I mean, he's out there, and we'll talk about all of that in another episode. But at the end of the day, you really do love this sport.
Yes.
Do I push you to try to make it to the PGA Tour?
No.
Do I push you to even try to go to college for golf? And I don't know if you're gonna remember this, but what do I always kind of tell you when it comes to golf? Like what do you know what my philosophy is when it comes to golf? Because I've said it to you a few times, but what you probably ain't gonna know what I'm talking about, do you? Yeah, I know you don't. But to me, it has absolutely nothing to do with your future. My thing is, if you want to be a competitive golfer, if you love being a competitive golfer, and all I ask for you to do is give me your 100%. I don't need you to shoot the greatest score, but so it is not the score that frustrates. Do you know what frustrates me?
It's mainly attitude.
Attitude, 100% is attitude, and if it's not if you hit a good shot, it's before the hitting a good shot. What is the most important thing to me whenever it comes to golf?
Routine.
You just got to make sure you're working on your routine. And I get frustrated when he doesn't follow his routine. That's the only thing that the attitude and not following the routine, the two things that's just going to frustrate me. The not hitting a good shot, that's going to happen in golf. And so, but we're going to talk about that.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about those things. But anyway, I don't want to make this too long. We always said right now we're going to try to stick to about 20 minutes for the show. But let's finish. Let's see if I can have one more question for you. Let me see. If you could play golf with 3 people, and they don't have to all be golfers if you don't want them to be, it doesn't matter. Who would those 3 people, if you had your foursome to go out and play a round of golf, who would that be?
You.
What? That's crazy. Okay, go ahead. You just made me proud. It could be anybody, golfers, whoever.
Colin,
Okay,
Justin, Thomas.
dude, that's 4.
Oh, is it?
You number 4. You're not gonna play with Tiger, man?
No.
Oh man. See, this generation is switching up on us, man. Tiger used to be the person that I wanted Tiger. I wanted to play with Tiger. But I guess he don't want to play with Tiger. Yes, you do. You want to play with Tiger.
I want to play with Tiger. Yeah.
But anyway, good. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So just thank everybody for tuning in.
I want to thank y'all for tuning in the Authentic Swing podcast.
Absolutely. And they should follow. How can they follow us? Do you know?
On Instagram, it goes by Camden Guyton.
Yeah, and then they can also follow us on our other Instagram page,
Yes.
which is for this, the Authentic Swing podcast page, which is Authentic Swing Pod. And then they can follow us on YouTube for the entire episode.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. I hope that y'all are enjoying it so far. We're going to get into some pretty deep things going forward. We're going to have some good times. We're going to talk about the bad times.
Yep.
We're going to talk about the great times. We're going to talk about just a lot. Social media. People always want to know about how the social media thing happened. So I think the next episode, I don't know, but we may talk about your viral video. We may talk about that.
The one that really set it off.
That set it off, and then we'll talk about that process. But anyway, we just want to say thank y'all to you all for tuning in, and we hope that you're enjoying it. And we look forward to bringing you future episodes that hopefully can help some of you, help you navigate this journey, just like, through our story.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
anyway,
yes.
have a good one.